So I do want to go ahead and answer that question about how I came up with the theory. As you can see, I'm in my car, like I'm not in my thinking seat or my thinking chair. And yeah, so I want to answer this. It just came from the mail place, and like I said, I'm going to answer this question. So I was just thinking about Pluto, and I've been thinking about this for years. Just whenever they took away the planet status from Pluto, it just never felt right with me. And so recently, this is kind of crazy, but my friend has like a bunch of bumper stickers on her car, and we were like, I was with my boyfriend, we were reading them and just laughing so hard, and I was like, maybe I should have some bumper stickers on mine. And so I was looking at the site that she recommended, and one of the stickers was like, make Pluto a planet again. And I was like, I agree wholeheartedly, actually. And so seeing that bumper sticker really like reignited you know, my love for Pluto. And I was like, you know what, it's a free country, like I can say anything with my free speech, and that is what I want to say. And so I started looking into it, and I was like, well, why isn't Pluto a planet? Then I discovered that Pluto actually is classified as a planet, just not a major planet. The adjectives are really important here for whatever reason. Pluto is a planet. It is classified as a dwarf planet. And I disagree with the classification. I think that it should be a major planet. I also disagree with the current definition of a major planet, and I think that a major planet should lead to a major discovery. And I think that Pluto absolutely fits that criteria. So yes, like we are in agreement. I'm probably in agreement with like NASA whenever I say that Pluto is a planet. But like I do believe that it should be a major planet and not just like a dwarf planet or like I just think it should be a major planet in our solar system. 9 planets. My very excellent mother just sent us 9 pizzas, okay? Not just sent us 9, but 9 pizzas, okay? So, yeah, I thank you for asking how I came up with the theory. Oh, there's actually more to the story. So, I was at work, and actually the original theory was, like I was thinking about like the resurrection of Jesus. And I was like, well, what if, I had to backtrack a little bit. I was actually thinking about the firmament, and I was like, well, what if that broke somehow and like all the pieces were just, you know, out in space or something like that. And so then I was like, I actually went into the app called Truthly, which is like ChatGPT but baptized, and I was having a lot of like conversations about it, just trying to make sense of everything. So my first original theory was that whenever Jesus ascended into heaven, he broke the firmament, and that is what created the Kuiper Belt. And like Truthly was like, there are some things that like don't quite make sense, especially considering that the Kuiper Belt apparently was formed before the ascension of Jesus. And I was like, okay, well, if I'm thinking about what happened before Jesus, and this has to do with like something huge, what about Noah's Ark? Like, what if the firmament never broke? So I would say that the basis of this theory was the firmament and keeping it intact, because I don't think that there's any evidence that it had broken. And so I was just like, okay, what about that? And so that led to learning what the Kuiper Belt was made out of, and also just trying to put the pieces together. And I was like, I'll also try to share like the conversation that I had with Truthly, and I don't mind, you know, printing out those screenshots and sending it over so you could just see like where my mind was. So yeah, that just like made sense to me whenever I had thought about that. I was like, okay, well, what if it was the water, you know? Because if the firmament is still intact and like the water not only came down from heaven, but also like from earth to create, like that's a lot of water. And then you ask yourself, well, where did that go? And for me, the logical response is like, oh, like very far from space to solidify God's promise of never doing that again. So that's kind of how I came to that type of conclusion. So yeah, that's how, and I hope that is satisfying. All right, until next time, stay blessed. Goodbye.